Welcome to Fridge Physics. In this demonstration, I'm going to explain to you and also show you how to calculate the kinetic energy in a moving object. So, the first thing we need to do is to recall the equation that we use to calculate kinetic energy. And here it is. I'm going to write it on my fridge. So, kinetic energy equals half mass times by the velocity squared. Well, the units for this, energy is measured in the joule, which is J. Then we have half, so it's going to be 0.5. It's easy to turn it to a decimal, times by the mass, times by the velocity. And we need to square that in this equation. So if I want to calculate the kinetic energy in a moving object, in its kinetic energy store, I need an object, I need to make it move. Well, I've got an object here. I've got a can of baked beans with meat-free sausages. So I need to know two things. I need to know the mass of the object, and I also need to know the velocity of the object as it's moving. So let's just look at the tin. It says here, look, 400 grams. So that's its mass. So the mass is 400 grams. Well, let's look at the units that we need. Well, we've got joule, we've got 0.5. The units for mass is the kilogram, and velocity will be meters per second. Well, my mass is in grams, and I need to turn that into kilograms. And I know that there is 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So the mass of my baked beans is actually going to be 0.4 kilograms times by velocity squared. So my kinetic energy will equal half times mass times by velocity squared. Well, I need to make the can of baked beans move. So I think I'm going to go outside. Millie, would you like to go outside to do some physics?
I'd like to go outside and do some physics.
Okay, I'll grab my coat. Here I am outside with my can of baked beans. I'm going to throw the can of baked beans and estimate its speed. Okay, here are my beans. Here we go. Well, as an estimate, I'd estimate that the beans were probably travelling about 5 meters per second. There's a few dents, but let's go back and calculate the kinetic energy. I'm back now with my can of baked beans. Now, I made an estimate that the baked beans were travelling at around about 5 meters per second. So I'm going to pop that into my equation and calculate the energy in the kinetic energy store of the baked beans as it was moving. So we have kinetic energy equals 0.5 times by 0.4 times by my velocity squared, which is 5 squared. So I'm going to write that through again, so I don't lose my place. 0.5 times by 0.4 times by 5 squared, which is 25. Now if I times this through on my calculator, I will find that the answer, my kinetic energy, equals 5. Now what must I remember to do? What do I need to remember to do, Millie?
Don't forget the units.
Yes, that's right. Don't forget the units. And what's the unit for energy?
The unit for energy is the joule.
Yes, that's right. It's the joule. So I'll pop that on the end. And there's my answer. 5 joules. So, after all our hard work, let's see if there's something in the fridge for Millie. See what's in here. Looks quite well stocked up. What's this? I just really like that sausage. Fish and chips. Looks like a sausage. It is. Millie, would you like a sausage from the chip shop? Would you like this sausage?